This is Lola. Lola is my rescue, and we are going to work on leash walking with her. I'm probably not going to do it perfect. I'm probably going to make a lot of mistakes, and I'm going to fine tune it as we move along. Walking and training, I may not every time say exactly what's going on correctly, but hopefully you'll find her video fun to watch and maybe find some ideas on walking your own dog. Meet Lola. Lola gets very excited when the leash comes out. Lola is fantastic off leash. However, she has not been taught how to walk on a leash yet. Lola goes bananas whenever it's time to go outside and does this. Circle after circle after circle. I have to get out of her way because she's a little excited. Okay, Lola, wait. Lola, wait. Dismiss. She'll run me over if I don't do that. She runs around looking for a toy because normally I take her to the dog park. She's super friendly and she does great with dogs. She's off-leash trained, however, she's not on-leash trained. So it's time that she learns how to walk on a leash. I'll show you how well she listens to other things. Lola, wait. Yes. Dismiss. Good girl. She won't leave her property. She knows to stay here. Good job. Good girl. And she thinks we're going to go in here, but we are not. We're going to go for a walk, Lola. This is going to show you how I'm going to teach her to walk on a leash. It is going to be a slow process. I need to leash her, and she's not used to this. She's really not used to being on a leash at all. It's to the dog park or anywhere else that she can run off leash, and she does her thing, and we come home. So it goes to jumping in the car, jumping out of the car, going to the dog park, coming back. So, Lola, can you sit? Thank you, Pumpkin. I'm going to put the leash on you. Very good girl. Okay. Lola will begin to stress out after a certain point. So we don't go too far. You can see her already panting. She's whining. I've given her a long lead and she will drag me down. This is another reason why I've given her a long lead, just so she has a little bit of space to go. We have been practicing a little bit, but she's already pulling. Good girl, Lola. And call her back to me to get her attention. We're only going to go as far as she can handle it. Good smell. I catch her behaviors, organic behaviors, so that way we're kind of communicating, because after a certain point she's no longer listening because it's just too stressful for her. Good potty. Smell. This will go on for a little bit. I will start recording again when I notice it's almost time for her to turn around and to be able to go backwards because it's become too stressful for her. Watch. I catch her watching things as well. But now, as you can see, she's moving kind of faster. There are kids playing on their bikes and scooters. Those don't necessarily bother her, but it's a combination of all the things going on. Today is actually a very quiet day, so it shouldn't be too much stimuli, but I don't determine what stresses her out. She determines what stresses her out. Smell. Lola, we don't do that. We're going to have to work on that one. Yes. Smell. Yes. Other dogs, I'm sure, I can see the marks on it, have done it, so it's a tough one, but I would prefer she does not mark things when she's out and about that are personal items. Smell. Yes. Smell. Smell. You can't see it, but her mouth is opening a lot wider now. Lola, wait. Watch. Good girl. Lola. You can see she has started to hang up the phone basically because she is not able to enjoy the scents anymore. Now she's worried about the things that are going on. So this is about her reaching her threshold. She's pretty close to it now. She's trying to relax. Lola, come. Good girl. You can see the worry on her face. Watch. There's the mouth opening. Good girl. Come. We're going to go back. Good girl. Good watch. Good girl. No, Lola, we're going to go this way. So if you see, her mouth is open. She's panting. She's circling. She's no longer comfortable. So we made it, I think, like 6 or 7 houses. Good watch. Yes, I know. So you hear the whining, which means that this has become very stressful for her. So we are actually going to turn around and go back. She doesn't want to necessarily go back. She would prefer to continue walking, but I really want her to be comfortable. There goes a little kitty cat. Good girl. Watch. Good girl. The amount of exercise that she has done doesn't really warrant her having her mouth open. Smell. Saw that little nose twitching? Watch. Good girl. There's the licking of her lips. Again, it could mean a lot of things, but I know my dog and I know it's a little bit stressful for her. Her ears are kind of coming together. They're kind of going backwards. There's a lot going. There's a lot of stimuli all of a sudden. People talking next to me, the car going past, the kids playing. It's just too much for her. Her tail is going down. Let's go home. No, 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 no. Let's go home. Good girl. No, no. This way. And as you can see, we turned around and she's a little bit calmer going backwards. And that tells me that although she does want to go for the walk, she is feeling safer. If you can look at that tail, that we are headed back in a direction to a place that she does feel safer. It seems like she wants to keep going, but in fact, that's more of a running behavior for Lola. And I think it is just hurry up and get it done. Lola, come. Good girl. Lola. Come. Yes, good girl. So little whites of her eyes there. Could mean she's nervous. Good girl. Watch. I'm not dragging her through this. I'm not forcing her to do anything. I'm catching her behaviors. Listen, good girl. And I'm allowing her to take the time to become aware of her surroundings. This is how I'm training my dog. We have been here for a while because she's not done checking it out. Her little nose is twitching there. Her ears are listening. She's watching. She's making sense of things. And I could force her along, but that's not going to help her. Good girl. Good. Watch mommy. Watch the car. Watch the car. Good girl. There's that tail tucking down again. You ready to go home? Let's go home. She's been here before. Good girl. And you can see we did not go very far, but her body has relaxed the moment we turned back around, and she knows that I've listened to her body language, and I understand she's not comfortable. She does like to be outside. She probably hoping that we were headed to a dog park or an open field that she can run around in. That's dog friendly, but we're not going to do that. It is time Lola does learn to be comfortable on a leash, because in a dog's life, that is something that they have to learn to do. Now, on a shorter leash, Lola pulls way too much, which is why I've given her the longer lead, which I mentioned earlier. So that way she feels like she can move around. and not feel so confined, because it does make her feel a little trapped when she's on. We have worked in the backyard with her on a leash. She does great. I'll record that at some point and show you, because that's where I practiced with her. She will ultimately be going to a 6-foot lead, which is the goal of training for her, if she can handle it. But you can just see with her body language, she is a much calmer dog. Lola, she's listening to me again. Good girl. Her mouth isn't as wide open. She's not panting as much. She's focused on smells. That's because we have done this route a couple times, so she's a little familiar with it. And I know what her threshold is, and we stop at that point. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you'd like to see more of her and her progress. Good girl. So it wasn't the easiest thing for her. You shake it off? Almost. She's still panting a little bit. You can kind of see. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. So it is really, really important that I listen to Lola's threshold, and when she has decided she's had enough, it's time for me to recognize that and to bring her back where she feels safe. And next time, hopefully we go a few more feet. Huh, Pumpkin? Yes, good girl. I love you. I love you. You are a good doggy.